All right, everyone, we are back for the live episode of 23 of Texas Honors Convention this coming weekend. I am here joined with Rue Newman of Dark Hour and Still P Studios and one of the owners of Texas Honors, Scott Freeman. How are you guys?
Oh, absolutely great. It's great to be here.
Good.
Great to have you both back. You've both been on the show multiple times, and welcome back.
Love it.
So,
Love being here.
all right. So, Texas Honors, we are on the countdown. We have what, 5 days left, 4 days left? Who's doing
Oh
the math?
boy. Everybody's doing the math.
Yes. So, yes, Texas
Yeah, they
Honors,
are.
this is the seventh year, correct?
Correct. Seventh year.
Seventh year and new location in Irving.
Yeah, moving to the new convention center this year.
Yes, fairly excited about that.
Yes.
So, Scott, tell us a little bit of, the past with the
Much
past
bigger.
6 years. Yes, a lot bigger room.
Well, you're right. So we started it in Mesquite Convention Center. I think we started with roughly 35,000 feet, and we've grown every single year since year one. This year we're up to approximately 90,000 square feet. I think we started with, oh goodness, maybe 75, 80 vendors. And this year we're up to 177 vendors. So it's going to be a big show floor, much bigger show floor, a lot more vendors. It seems like we attract more and more vendors every year. The variety is there for anyone from the Halloween enthusiast to the professional hunter. So looking forward to it this year. Really am. I think it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, so let's take a look at just a handful, and I mean just a handful of your vendors that are going to be there at this show this year. You have your big premier sponsors, Froggy's Fog. Also, Dark Hour and Still Peace has their booth as well. You have CFX, Compost FX, Silicone Masks will be there. You have Rip Drag Costumes, Haunt Life, Corpse Factory. You have Morbid Hookers. Funny thing to say. You have Six Flags Over Texas, Ned's Leads, Hunters Against Hate, Chamber of Haunters, and then you have Halloween T-shirt company, Forbidden Sanctum, and of course, obviously, Friday night is the Haunt Tour at Dark Hour.
We're very
So,
excited for that.
yes, very excited. So, obviously, Dark Hour's been doing it since the beginning, correct? Doing the Friday night tour.
Yep, we're excited to have people come out and be able to get a behind the scenes look at what we do at Dark Hour and some of the fun new things that are going on.
So, any new scenes or anything you guys added this year that was not there last year?
Oh, absolutely. We added a couple of new things for people to check out. I won't give out any spoilers right off the bat, but we always are making some changes, and we're just finishing up a couple of big changes this year that we're excited to show people that should be lots of fun.
So excited. You guys are going to have like a Q&A,
Yep,
catering, things like that.
yep. We'll be having a Q&A. We'll be having some catering, having some food for everybody, and being able to show the show both as the show with the full effects going and a lights on tour behind the scenes of everything also.
Freaking wicked. My favorite scene would probably, you know what? I'm not going to give any spoilers. I am going to give spoilers. Forget it. The Frankenstein scene is definitely one of my favorites. It's so massive in size. And what's the height in that room? Because I mean, the ceiling goes all the way up.
We have 30-foot ceilings, so being able to take advantage of just how high we can go is a huge advantage of the building that we're in.
Freaking awesome. So excited for another year of Dark Hour for the Friday night haunt tour.
And you're
And
going to come play with us. I hear a little. I might be ratting you out there, but I hear you're going to come play with us a little bit.
that's what it's looking like.
We're excited.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was just told that there's only one ticket left for that haunt tour. Am I correct? That is awesome.
That is correct.
So excited.
Yeah, it's the haunt tour is really really special in that we get to kind of show everyone what we can do for the whole industry, being able to take a look at some of the things we do. It's a very special place, and I'm absolutely blessed to be a part of it.
How long have you been with the crew now? It's been a minute.
About 9 years. I've been with Dark Hour now.
Time has flown.
Ish.
That means me and you have known each other for over 10 years now.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy how time flies.
It really does.
All right, so yes, Dark Hour on the Friday night haunt tour. There's only one more bus ticket left, one more seat left on the bus. You better get that ticket now before it's gone.
Somebody will take it.
Yes. If someone already hasn't, has anyone checked the roster?
I don't have it.
As of 2:00 today, there was one ticket left. So.
So excited. I'm just so excited. Number one, Texas Haunters is the last show for me until actual official haunt season kicks off. So that's what's always great about Texas Haunters. It's the last show for the year till actual Halloween season kicks off. And
yeah, it's kind of our last hurrah ourselves also. It's our last convention that we do before season gets going. We still got some traveling and some training and stuff to do, but the convention itself is our blowout. See everybody. Okay, now it's time to really get to work.
That's why everybody asks, how come you have a Halloween convention in July? It's because it's the last show before haunt season. Buy what you need, get what you need, and let's go.
The last big hurrah. And what's great about Texas Haunters, like you said, it's not just for the big guys, it's for everybody. So you got the home haunters, you got the Halloween enthusiasts. It gives them something right before the actual season kicks off. I mean, yes, it is in July. It's in the middle of build season, and it is hot, but it's the last big hurrah before haunt season starts. And of course,
we're still going to be.
Sorry.
We're still going to be working on the show a little bit and still expanding on what we're going to be doing for actual haunt season itself. But we'll be fully set up and open and running and have all the scenes finished and ready to go that we're working on right now for the Dead by Dark Hour show, which is our classic slashers version of the show. It's kind of an homage to 80s slashers and a little bit to the style of the Dead by Daylight video game.
Yes. Great video game and also great show. I've done the Dead by Dark Hour show before and it was a lot of fun. That was that on last year's or was that the one before?
I think it was last year's. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember if it was last year or the year before. It's so hard to keep up because I do Dark Hour every year, so it's hard to keep up of which year was which. All right, so we got Alan and Shannon Hobbs both in the comments right now.
Of course we do.
Alan says 80s slasher for the win. Alan also said lots of big changes coming to this year's show. So if the man himself says there's a lot of big things coming, he means it. Shannon also says you guys just finished a 3-day monster camp.
Yes, a few hours ago, just finished a 3-day monster camp. It's one of our beginner half mask classes. Teaching people that have never made half masks or made a mask or possibly even ever sculpted before, how to make a mask and get their hands into clay. That's probably one of my very favorite things I get to do is teaching the monster camps.
Awesome. Well, speaking of which, got some photos up here of your monster camps. Whenever they want to pop up, there they go.
Oh, that guy.
Hey, that's one of my favorite masks you ever made right there. I got to watch you make that.
It's a fun one, and it's funny. I was actually just talking that I need to pull that mold out and make another one of those.
And you guys will have the monster camp information and everything at the booth. Are you guys going to be sculpting at the booth as well?
Not sure right now. We'll decide, but there's a good chance we'll be doing some sculpting. We still have some things to work on, so maybe I'll take advantage of having that time there to sculpt and work on something more for the different shows and stuff that we're making stuff for still. I love being able to sculpt in the booth and really let other people, as they come by, get their hands in the clay a little bit and sculpt with it and play with the materials themselves.
So this is a question. Do you like sculpting latex or silicone better?
I prefer latex. It's a little more forgiving. You don't have to quite be as meticulous with it. Uh, and I can pull some very, very good detail out of latex sculpts themselves.
And then you guys are making a mess in the shop.
Oh, that's not even making a mess yet. We have definitely had our moments of making a little bit of a mess, but it's all part of the process.
I seen the photo and immediately I'm like, why can I hear this photo?
Yeah, it's just sometimes we gotta figure out a way to pour out those masks that people come up with, because sometimes they get extravagant and want to do some big crazy stuff for their first time trying to do it, and we try and accommodate as much as we can.
And then you were saying something about a beginner class. So you have different levels of classes for, I guess, beginners to advanced?
Yes, we do. We have beginners classes our beginners class is a half mask class, 3-day class that you sculpt a half mask, which is pretty much from the ears forward on a head bust. And then we do an advanced class, which is a full head class, which becomes a two-piece mold. So that you do the back half of the mask and the front half as two separate pieces, and then you get a full head mask doing that. We have silicone monster camp now also that we do a silicone half mask version. Um, and then we have our stilt walking lab, which is a 1-day lab, and we have a airbrush lab, which is a 1-day lab. And you might be seeing some new classes coming in this 2026, being as we only have one more class available at all this season, and that's a advanced full head camp that's coming up next month.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. And you can do signups and everything at the booth and stuff.
We should be putting out information. I don't know if we're going to be actually signing up classes yet, because I don't think we've figured out the full season roster of what camps we're actually going to do in the next year. But we'll putting out information and be, letting people know about the website where they will see those updates happening.
Awesome. And what are your booth numbers?
I don't know.
We'll leave those in the comments.
I'm sure somebody will post that up there for me. I've been a little busy with trying to get orders all together and everything, and I don't know.
Oh, no. All forgiving. All forgiving. You were good. No worries. All right, so back to Texas Honors. So with the new convention, Scott, do you know like how much square feet we're looking at now?
Right at 90,000 square feet.
Wow. And how many actual vendors is there in county?
Uh, I believe there's right at 177 vendors right now. So, and the
Wow.
show floor is sold out. So,
Hell yeah. Bus tour's about to be sold out. We've got one ticket left, and then the show floor's sold out. This is crazy. Are there any VIP passes available?
mhm.
Awesome.
There are, I believe, 12 VIP passes left. So, if you want a VIP pass, get one in the next day or two.
Now, what does all the VIP classes include?
So with the VIP, of course, you get a nice little goodie bag that has different donations from all the different vendors we have. I know one of them's a water bottle. I think there's a magnet from Texas Honors. There's several things. There's too many to name them all, to be honest. You get a lot of little goodies in the goodie bag. You get access to any of the classes that are going on during the convention, with the exception of make and takes. Make and takes are not included in VIP Pass. You also get to attend the costumes for your VIP package as well. The haunt tour is not included in the VIP package, though.
Okay. All right, so this year, you guys, I know every year you guys do a new logo for the show. So this one right here is the new one, right up there on the top. I want to say that's the left corner. So that's your this year's logo. Then you have last year's logo, the year before, year five, which I would say that's one of my favorite logos. And then you have the logo for, what was that, 22? Yes, for 22. So, of course, you guys have t shirts available at your merch stand, both the front and the back right here. And then you guys have lanyards, you guys have keychain bottle openers, different patches, magnets, like you said, all the different things in the goodie bags will all be available at your merch booth. All right, so the make and take, let's see. So with the make and takes, how many of those do you guys actually have this year? I know you guys had quite a few last year.
Yeah, there's quite a few again this year. I haven't counted them, to be honest with you. There's several really good ones that I'm really interested in. Uh, Again, if you're interested in some of these make and takes, they're filling up pretty quick. I believe we've got a couple of classes as well that are almost maxed out. We do have bigger classrooms this year, so we'll be able to accommodate more people in the classes. Um, I believe the classrooms hold approximately 55 people. Uh, we do have a couple of classes that are a little bit over 50 people right now. So, if you're interested, get online, look at the various classes. If you're not a VIP, get in there and register, pay for the class that you want to attend because they're filling up very quickly as well.
So we'll give a shout out to those instructors. So the first one we have is CC. Looks like doing POI and bungee and hula loop and staff. Oh, nope, that's the other one. Let's see. And then, oh, we got good old Bill doing AVO for dummies. We also got Joseph that's going to be doing Becoming a Monster, Developing Your Inner Monster, and Monster Improv. And where'd you guys think that that was a good idea to have Troy do a class? Troy's going to be doing Home Haunter animation
No
for
problem.
dummies. So there's there's a lot of class for dummies between him and Bill. Uh, we got Simona doing SFX makeup and tips and tricks. So doing a lot of FX makeup. We have Raven doing prosade transfers, what, why, and how's demonstrations, clown makeup. We have Riley doing clowning around with makeup, so plenty of different types of makeup classes. We have Molly doing scare actor, recruitment, Tanes, Stain, and Krampus Campus. I like it. And then Amanda doing flying haunter rigging and safety, which that is a big one. Not too many haunters do the fly rings, but there's never really been any safety tips on them unless you go straight to the manufacturers. But it's nice to actually see a class where someone's actually talking about that because they are getting more and more popular in haunted attractions. We got Roland doing dye laser vortex. Eric doing intro for 3D printing. So yes, 3D printing is becoming a very big thing in the haunt industry now because of the access. You can buy 3D printers on Amazon. So it's nice to have a class where someone's teaching you with the 3D printing. Caitlin's going to be doing enhancing your location with FX. Steven is going to be trick or treat or ghost prop. Joanna's going to be doing haunters versus paperwork. Oh, we all need a class on that. Even though no one wants to do that, you do need a class on that. Sorry, guys. But if you're running an attraction, if you're a manager, you got to learn. And it's always good to learn from other people so you can start getting other ways to do it and make things a little bit easier because someone might have a better idea to help you out. Angie is also doing a DIY laser vortex class as well. Lauren is going to do how to evaluate slider characters. So we do have a slider class because almost every haunted attraction has sliders now. So it's good that we have a class of teaching probably safety, all the different types of gear to use, and good ways to scare safe-wise. Don't do what I do. I'm not safe at all. And then Chase is going to be doing for the haunting basic programming and the haunt basics. I like it. So that's a shout out to the instructors for this upcoming weekend. All right, so let's talk about Saturday night. So Saturday night, it's the big ball. And the costume contest last year was incredible. Everyone really brought out their A game. So here's some pictures of the costume contest last year. So we have the funniest costume winner, which Happy did. I had no idea it was Bill underneath there. All I see was googly eyes and had no idea how to react. Then we have who won scariest costume. We have best group. This character was most creative. This one was best movie, best cosplay, and then these guys who won judges pick. You have Troy was in the Lowe's. We had Christopher, who's owner of Tri-Hawk Creations. He was there in the Home Depot. And then the one that was in spirit was Kevin, who runs the Chicago Zombie March. And then last year's Best in Show, I have no idea who that is. Some weird chick. It was me. But yes.
You always bring some great costumes to
Thank you.
the show.
Thank you. All right, so Bug told us, so Dark Hours booth is going to be 300. So everyone remember, 300 is going to be Dark Hours booth.
Thanks, honey.
I know we can always depend on Bug.
Always. She brought me a charging cord for my phone a second ago, too, because I wasn't expecting to be on my phone, and I just noticed as we were going there that, yeah, I'm almost dead. So
She is a lifesaver.
Now I won't die on us.
She's the lifesaver.
Always. I wouldn't know what to do without her.
So Scott, what are you just expecting to see this year with the new location and stuff compared to the last last 6 years you were in Mystique and now you're in Irving? What what do you like about the new location, and what are you hoping for future plans?
Well, new location. I think the biggest thing is space. Last year, the attendance was very very good, and there were times where it was standing room only, especially towards the opening and middle of the day on Saturday, and then same on Sunday. So it'll give us more room. It's like I say, we've got a lot more vendors this year. We have a lot of new vendors this year that have not vended with us before. Um, so really excited to see what the attendance is with the bigger facility, what the new vendors bring. We've got several new things we're working on this year as well. For example, Friday night, we've really beefed up Friday night this year. Um, in the past, we only had a meet and greet on Friday night, and then we had the haunt tour. This year, since the haunt tour always sells out and not everybody gets to go to the haunt tour, we've added some new things. So the meet and greet is free to anybody this year that has a ticket to the convention floor. So, if you don't go to the haunt tour, come to the meet and greet. Come meet the exhibitors, the vendors, find out what they have, get some experience and some knowledge from them. It's very personal, down to earth. You get to talk to people. So the meet and greet is a great thing. There will be finger foods available during the first part of the meet and greet as long as they last. You know, there'll be a cash bar. Following the meet and greet, we'll have the game night again, which is put on by Reds. And there's all kinds of fun games to play, like Scary Bingo. And gosh, I can't even name all the different games, but that always seems to be very popular and gets people going and having a good time. Again, the cash bar will still be open for that event. And something new this year we've also added on Friday night is we have Party of Darkness, which will be playing from, I believe, 9 to 11. Don't quote me on the times, but they'll be playing tonight or Friday night as well. And it is also free to anybody that has a convention ticket. So if you can't get to the haunt tour on Friday, hey, stick around. We have lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff to do. You'll be entertained, I can promise you. Um,
Freaking
like I say,
awesome.
and the classrooms being bigger this year is a big benefit for us. The classes we get to have more people. There's some classes that have been very very popular over the years, and we've had to bring them back because we couldn't get everybody in that wanted to participate in those classes. Now with the bigger classrooms, being able to have minimum 55 or maximum 55 people in these classes, we'll be able to have more people attend these classes. It gives us a better idea of what the public is looking for in classes, number one, and number two, it gives the instructor to really show what they bring to the industry and to the market, and how to teach others how to do that. So
Freaking awesome. You guys amping it up on Friday night. And then Saturday night is the costume ball.
yeah,
Anything else going on Saturday as well during the daytime?
Saturday, the convention floor will another thing we threw in this year for VIPs, for example. The VIPs can get on the convention floor this year at 9 a.m. The show floor doesn't open until 10 a.m. for the general public, but VIPs get on the floor at 9, which would be a nice advantage for them because we know that some of these vendors that we have, I won't call out any names or anything, but some of the vendors sell out of their product very, very fast. And having a VIP ticket, if you missed out on those products in the last couple of years, you get an extra hour on the show floor this year where it's nobody but the VIPs. There'll be things going on throughout the day. There'll be demos on the stage. There'll be presentations. There'll be a lot of other things that we've had in the past that have been very popular. For example, we'll have this karaoke again, where people can get up and sing the scary songs, and we'll have the kids costume contest on Saturday and Sunday. Six Flags is sponsoring that again for us. So there'll be things throughout the day to do. And if you get tired of walking the floor for a little bit, you can watch a demo or go grab you a bite to eat at the concession stands right outside in the hallway. Or uh, gosh, there's just a lot to name, to be honest.
Hey, it's a big convention center.
Yeah,
Um,
and if you have kids, we're a family. Is we you said in the beginning of the show, it's a family oriented
yes.
show. It's for everybody. If you have kids, bring your kids. We welcome children. We have costume contests for children. Every vendor on the floor will have candy. Put them in costume and let them go trick or treating in July.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And not only that, you got your icon characters walking around. You got Slim and a few others
Mhm.
walking around to take pictures for the kids. I know they always got candy, taking photos with the kids and stuff. I mean, there's so much
Mhm.
to do for all ages at this show. I just had Alan himself ask, what are the hours for the costume ball?
7 to midnight.
All right, so you heard that, Alan, 7 to midnight. Also, Alan asked, where exactly is the meet and greet? Like, is it being
So
held in a hall?
all of the Friday night events will be in the junior ballroom.
Okay,
So the meet and greet, the game night, as well as Party of Darkness, will all be in the junior ballroom on Friday night.
at the convention center. Awesome.
Correct. Everything this year is at the convention center, with the exception of the haunt tour itself.
Awesome. Little
And
bit
on the
easier.
Yeah, and on the website, it's broken down as far as there's a schedule of events, and every event that we're having it'll be listed, as well as the location and the times of when it's happening in the on the website, as well in the program that we put together.
Awesome. So yeah, it is sad that we don't have the food trucks this year because those food trucks are phenomenal, but we do got the concession stands with the convention center, so that's okay.
I'm gonna miss the food trucks. I'll be
Well,
honest.
yeah. Well, when we get our attendance up to where our attendance needs to be, or we want it to be, then we can bring the food trucks back. But until then, we got to use the concession stands. So,
So there is hope that they could come back.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, everyone, we know what to do now. We got to get the food trucks back. Yes, Chaos, we can't wait. Yes, Mug, the soda truck, yes. I still got my mug too from last year. I still use it every day.
Mine's over there.
I was waiting for you to
Well,
grab
I'm going to have to look down because I have three of them.
it.
Same vendor, just various locations. You always forget my damn mugs. So. But it's worth it. You get free
Oh
refills all
yeah.
day. So.
Oh yeah, it was well worth it. And last year they gave a special where it was like all weekend for staff members. So that was
Hmm.
awesome. So yeah, I think I got mine Saturday and had it all weekend, and it was well worth it because it's hot, a lot of running around, so it was perfect to have that with me. Uh, so what is going on Sunday? What do we got planned on Sunday?
So Sunday, the convention floor again will open at 9 a.m. for VIPs, 10 a.m. for general admission. The convention floor will be open basically from 9 to 4 on Sunday. We do close an hour early on Sundays for vendors to get packed back up and make their long treks back home. But we will have classes on Sunday as well. We'll have demonstrations on the stage on Sunday. Again, we'll have a kids' costume contest on Sunday. Um, Gosh, there'll be things going on throughout the day, kind of like we have every year. There'll be scary. I think there's karaoke happens on both Saturday and Sunday, so you can sing along. I also believe that we're having the dance instructor come back this year, where people got up and learned how to do different dances last year, like the time warp and thriller and things like that as well.
Line dancing, things like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Freaking awesome. Then here's some pictures of the kids' costume contest from last year. So this was the 10 and under winners. And then this was the 11 and over winners. So you got all different age groups for the kiddos. So yeah,
Correct. Correct.
Costumes are encouraged, people. So, yes, you can come to the convention dressed up, and especially the kids. Get the kids to dress up and let them have fun.
Yeah. There will be one new rule this year with costumes, and I just found out about it today, by the way, is anybody that comes in costume, if you have a prop as part of your costume, your prop will have to be checked not checked and left at the door, but checked for type of prop and safety and those types of things before you're allowed to enter the convention. That is one of the requirements this year for the new convention center. So,
Yeah. That's a rule for both conventions. My years of
hmm
cosplay, all my props had to have been checked. So,
hmm
and that's just for safety and security. Never a big deal. You just have your stuff. Usually for me, they would do a zip tie on it to show all the security and other employees that, hey, that prop was checked at the door. It scared a little yellow tag or something.
yeah, I think
Sometimes
they're going to
it's,
tie a little ribbon.
yeah, sometimes it's a ribbon, sometimes a sticker, sometimes a zip tie. It's whatever they have.
Always a good plan. Keeping people safe and making sure people aren't, carrying around like
And
real sharpened pitchforks or something. Last thing we need to be is chased around by a bunch of angry villagers.
hmm
So
yeah. Or like me who carries around real chainsaws, but I ain't got no gas in it.
you're pretty guilty of that
I'm very
one.
guilty of that one. People always thought they were
You
fake, and
can
I'm like, no, they're real.
you can have Rue following along behind you and make the noise for you. How's that?
Yes.
Rum, 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 rum.
I would just play speaker on my phone. It worked. This is good. I
Yeah.
mean, I would just carry it around conventions. I'm not actually using
There
it.
you go.
It was really just there for the look and show. And it was part of my costume for the haunted house. So why wouldn't I have my prop with me? But yeah, I was very much guilty carrying around the real
hmm
thing. But again, had no gas in it. So I couldn't start it up. And I would always take the chain and put a bike chain on it. So it wouldn't be able to cut through anybody. So it was safe ish. Just don't come around me with a lit cigarette. I had a friend of mine he was right there, he was smoking next to me, and I'm like, really? I'm the last person you want to smoke a cigarette near. I'm like, my costume is from the haunted house. It's covered in fumes and gasoline. Like, I'm the last person you want to be standing next to.
And that was the year we watched Sammy go up in flames.
Right.
Good times, man. Great times. All right, so Rue, talk a little bit about you some more. So when you we've known each other for over a decade now. Um,
Yeah, quite some time.
so when I was going through and looking for the photos of you doing, the monster camp and everything, look what I was finding. I was finding some treasures right here.
Yeah, that was a real fun photo shoot I got to do. It was actually for another haunt um, that out in Louisiana that I did that photo shoot for. That yeah, I got to dress up and be a pirate for a day. For another haunt that I never actually even worked at, but I was in quite a bit of their advertising.
That's cool. And then I remember this.
Yeah, that was my one of my other characters, my Rougarou character. But actually, when you first saw that character, somebody else was wearing it, and not
Yes,
me.
it was someone else wearing it.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah. That actually character that changed drastically after that too, and he ended up getting ears and a cowl and some other stuff too. So, yep.
And then here's my friend from last year that I can't believe how many times I seen you last year when we were walking through Dark Hour. At least 90 times.
That might be a little exaggerated, but that's Victor. That's one of my characters that I do. He is a, a grave reclaiming specialist. Yeah, yeah, we'll call him
You can't just call him a
that.
grave digger or a grave robber. You got to go all technical.
He finds treasures people leave behind.
So
But
yes,
he's actually a bit of a ghost character in himself, and he's a lot of fun.
yeah, I won't be exaggerating that much, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen him so many times, none count. I thought he actually
Uh,
walked through the entire haunt with me the whole time, and he said, "No, I left and went other places." And I'm
yeah,
like, "Yeah, okay."
nope, no, it's I have been at Dark Hour for long enough that I'm pretty sure I know just about every shortcut cut through, and I can be in just about every room from one to the next and surprise you. So I take advantage of it and I bounce around quite a bit.
Absolutely. Now here's another one. I actually really like this. Vlad
Yeah,
Tepes.
yeah, Vlad the Impaler. That was probably one of my favorite characters I ever got to do at Dark Hour. And actually, this award up on the wall behind me is for playing Vlad during our vampire show that we did. That it's a lot of fun being able to take a historical character and actually make him scary and actually have be able to spit history while scaring people, which was real fun.
And I know Dark Hour is known for the werewolves.
Yeah. Oh, we love our werewolves, and I love a chance to be able to get in and actually become a werewolf myself. I'll take every chance Alan gives me to do it.
Fang Frenzy is one of your other off-season events that you guys do. That's all werewolf themed, correct?
Yep. That was actually this photo is actually from the very first time I came and acted at Dark Hour.
Oh wow! So this one's a little bit older.
Hmm. Yep, that was back when I was just a visiting actor. Came in and we came and did our that was Dog Days of Summer
Hmm.
at the time, and that was the werewolf show at that time. Yeah, I was just a visitor, and I got to come and play. Shortly after that, I joined the crew, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, I know they're glad to have you. And then these guys.
Yeah, some of our Stilt Beast characters from Transworld right there. I was actually the Reaper there on the left side.
I just remember when you guys came up, you guys kept messing with me because I was like, "Which one of you is Rue?" And all three of you are pointing at each other, and I'm like, "Okay, y'all just messing with me now." And you guys kept doing that throughout the day of like,
Oh
no,
yeah.
I'm Rue. No, 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 he's Rue. And I'm like, you guys, I know one of you is.
Well, you gotta have your fun when you can.
Shannon says she is a fangirl for Vlad.
Oh yeah, and I actually I still have the costume for Vlad. Maybe he'll make a reappearance at some point or another. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I'd shave off the beard again for it though. Uh,
Um,
I think Bug might get mad at me. It might be a bearded Vlad instead of just the big old handlebar mustache
hmm
or the big old yeah.
I think it will work. I think we can make it work.
I can make it work. Yeah, I think you'd know who I was.
Yes. And then this guy, back when I
Oh
first met
God.
you,
Oh no, not the clown. Oh, how dare you?
so I saved that one for last.
Oh, we did that on our own.
Okay, Rue, that's my favorite.
Oh, come on. We've
You
all
gotta
we've
bring,
all been there.
you gotta bring that back. You gotta bring that back.
No, no,
You
no,
gotta
I
bring
don't.
that back.
No, I
Yes, you
don't.
do. You gotta bring that clown back.
I think Alan would fire me.
Bring the clown to Woods of Terror weekend next month in August.
Oh no, no,
All right, let's check the comments.
no.
Bug says no. Alan says clown tax. Janet also says, "Oh, Rue, no." Oh, Scorn's in the house. Scorn just says, "Rue."
See, Scorn worked with me 20 years ago in a haunt now. Um, yeah, way back in the day at the Nest in Phoenix, Arizona. So I've known Scorn for ages and ages, and now he works for Woods and Terror, and
Yeah. You
it's
guys have
kind of
been all
fun that,
over the place.
yeah, we sure have, and it's great that friends that I've made in haunting that have, I mean, I've had for over 20 years that started I met in haunted houses and been still very, very good friends with a lot of people.
Shannon says, "Oh my God, Sammy, you didn't." I sure did. That's a cursed photo.
It's so much. There are more. I have other clowns I did too for before that, but yeah, we live and we learn.
Alan just says that would be a great character for the next haunt you work at.
I hear what you did there.
Scorn just says Arizona was interesting times. Oh, so
Oh yeah.
is there more that we need to discuss? What's the dirty secrets?
Oh, there was a lot of things about working in Arizona haunts that we had very, very, very good, solid crews, and not always the best employers. Um, at times, some of them were great, some of them, but you know, it's you stick around and you make your friends where you can, and you carry them
That's
with
it.
you forever on afterwards.
Definitely hot in Arizona. You talk about Texas being hot. Arizona is a lot worse.
Well, almost every character that I did when I worked haunted houses in Arizona was shirtless, but I was like back in shape back then, you know, skinny and stuff. So 20 years ago.
Yes, Bug, we were babies during that time. Just keep reminding us how old we are and how old we're getting. So, Rue, you said Arizona and Texas. Where else have you worked in the U.S.?
In the U.S., see, I've
Oh,
worked at some haunts. I started out haunting in Arizona. I haunted up in Washington for a little bit in the Tacoma area. And then when I was overseas in Germany, I got to building haunted houses for them and working in haunts when I could there also. I kind of, so I was in the army for 10 years, and while I was in the army, I kind of became known as the haunted house army guy. So I got voluntold a lot to build haunted houses for army residents and kind of got to build haunts pretty much all over the place. So I've had some fun experiences with that. I even got to get in costume for one night while actually deployed in Iraq. So it's, I'm probably the only person you're ever going to meet that actually has a military medal for haunted houses.
hell yeah. Scorn says, yeah, those silicone masks in Arizona heat. Listen, I can't even wear those silicones in Missouri's heat, let alone down there in the South. No, thank you. I'm sorry. Kudos to those who can, but there would be no way. I couldn't even handle during last year when I was down in New Orleans wearing my silicone mask for less than an hour. I was suffocating. And this was during the cooler nights of Louisiana. And I said, "Oh shit! Look at this! Look at the waterfall coming out of that thing." Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that first season that I worked with Scorn ever was he wore a silicone mask every night uh, as kind of the main character for that haunt. So he
Scorn,
wore
salute
it
to
every single night. I do not envy him.
you. I couldn't. I couldn't. Kudos to those who can. Really, kudos to you guys who can. Me, I could not do it. Not in that heat. During the winter time, absolutely. Cooler nights, absolutely. Indoors in the AC, absolutely. But not in no Arizona heat. That's
Yeah, it was an
it's being
experience.
it's being on fire. All right, let's just bring that photo up again.
No, stop that. We bring back terrible mistakes.
All right, Rue. Next time we haunt together, I want that character.
He's basically got the exact same attitude as Victor now, so.
We're gonna call
But
that the cursive photo. I'm gonna get a printout, put it in a frame, and we'll just call it the cursive photo and put it up somewhere.
yeah, no, he was a clown ringleader. Let me tell you about how my clown was different. Uh, yeah, no.
Alan says, "Rue, head to my office." Oh boy, Rue's in trouble.
No, 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 no. Thanks, hon. Yeah. Still have the hat. That's enough.
Okay, let me try to breathe. End up killing the host live on her own show. Trying to keep a straight face. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Hey, not my fault. I didn't do it. You brought the photo up.
I did. I did bring it up, but it's okay. Whew. All right, so new location, bigger, better than ever. So, Scott, what are the future plans for Texas Haunters? So, of course, we just discussed the food trucks will hopefully be coming back in the near future. What are the other big ideas to expand on the show?
Well, I know we want to continue with the variety of vendors that we have. We want to bring in different types of vendors. We'd like to get in some different animatronic prop vendors. We've had other discussions at some point of maybe having an area similar to a dark zone where we could display things in a more realistic atmosphere. These have been ideas we've kicked around, but in general, we just want to continue to grow the convention. We really want to grow the attendance, get more people aware of what we have, get the word out that it's an open show for everybody. It's not just professional haunters, because so many people attend conventions, but they have the idea that these shows are for professionals only, and this one's not. So that's the biggest thing we want to push is let them know that, hey, we have something for everybody. If you're an enthusiast, to somebody that just dresses up, to somebody that acts in haunts, or even haunt owners, we want our local haunts to participate as well. We've had various local haunts participate on and off. Dark Hour's been with us since year one. We've had several other haunts in the area that have participated. Some of them have gone away since then, but we've had new haunts come in. We have a new batch of haunts coming in from East Texas this year. Everybody will get to meet them. They do have a booth. You'll get to meet them on the show floor. I think we had another new haunt that participated last year. So, like I said, we want to get the local haunts, the local actors, and just the general public in to see the show. That's our goal, is just to expand on the attendance, and we're going to listen to you. We're going to bring in what you want to see, and that's how we're going to grow the show.
Awesome. So yeah, a dark zone. That's going to be really cool.
I'd love to see that. That'd be a lot of fun. It'd be fun to do a scene for that and help
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
set up something fun for that one.
And we have a lot of local prop vendors that some of them display their products, but they don't vend right now. They don't feel like they're some of the bigger show levels of props, and I disagree with that, because the props are prop. Props don't make shows. Your actors make your shows, but props enhance scenes, and you can put an actor in scenes with props and those types of things.
Animatronics are the wow factor in the haunt industry. You still need a live actor to give the full show, but animatronic is a great distraction for the customer to give the actor a chance to hide or reset. And again, it's the big wow factor. And that goes for not just animatronics, it's any kind of prop, everything from big and small. It's the wow factor. It's to add into the scene, to give the scene more character. And to fill up a scene if you're on a short-staffed night. That animatronic is it's not going to replace the actor, but it can fill in to help a scene, especially if it's a very large scene. It fills up space.
Absolutely, and many times in a set, depending on the set, it's a very good distraction. They're looking at the animatronics, and they're not looking for an actor to jump out simultaneously with the animatronic or right afterwards. So they're great in various aspects of the haunt. So
yeah, they have their place in haunted houses. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Just and about any animatronic is going to draw the attention of someone, and
absolutely. And there's so many other various things that we as haunted. I've been in the haunted industry for 40 some odd years, and I've acted at big and small haunted houses. Something as simple as I'll use Dark Hour, for example, because it's a very simplistic effect, but oh my God, was it so effective? The old library where we just slammed a damn shelf of books down, books that were cut,
and we
just
still
the
use
noise that it made. And yeah, exactly. It's such an awesome effect. And I've seen it, done in various ways in other haunts as well. But just those types of things that people don't get to see, those are the types of things we want to bring in. This is how you can improve your haunt. Here are your mask vendors, here are your makeup vendors. Makeup vendors and makeup classes this year seem to be the biggest, or drawing the biggest interest this year. It kind of runs in cycles. We've had years where it's been masks. We've had years where it's been props. The makeup classes this year seem to be drawing very large quantities of people. And it's such a unique talent to see some of these people airbrush other people, or just using the basic, wax makeup. There's just so many things you can do with it. And so, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, get you a ticket, come out, go to a class. It's there. If you want it, we got it. And if we don't, we'll get it in the near future.
Yeah, definitely very much expanding this year compared to last year. I did love the Mystique location. Don't get me wrong. The convenience. Are you good?
Headphones just died, but
can you still hear me? I can still hear you.
Okay. I hope I don't have an echo.
I think we're good now. I heard a little bit of staticky. I still kind of do, but I think we're okay.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. So last year and the years before, I did like the Mystique location. I did like the convenience of it being connected to the convention center. But yeah, last year definitely could tell that the show was outgrowing its space. So I'm glad that you guys are now locating to the Irving Convention Center, which hosts a lot of the big conventions down there in the state of Texas. So yeah, it can only grow bigger. It can only get bigger.
Well, and, a couple other things as well. We've got the hotel right across the street. It's gosh, maybe 150, 200. Well, it's probably a little more than that. Maybe 400 steps. It's not that far. That's the primary hotel. We've got the secondary hotel down the street, which is the Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn. And I don't know that they decided that they were going to do this or not, but I know they were discussing possibly running a shuttle all day back and forth to the convention center for people that are staying there. And you're not going to have to go far to get food this year. After the convention floor closes, there's a whole strip of restaurants walking distance from the convention center and the hotel. So it's got a lot of good, positive impact on our show this year, and it's going to give people a lot more things to do even after the convention floor closes. So.
Yeah, I was scoping that all out because I'm like, I don't want to. I'm driving down this year instead of flying, but I don't want to drive all over the place either because I'm not familiar with the area because I'm from out of state. So I was scoping out the area, and yeah, there's plenty of places to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So like Texas notoriously is kind of always got food everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And another benefit we have this year too is people that are local. If you don't want to drive and you don't want to have to worry about the parking situation or finding a place to park or what have you, we have the Dart Rail this year. That's definitely an option. You can ride the Dart Rail down to the Irving area, and it's only about a 2-block walk from the Dart Rail to the convention center. So that's an option. If you're flying in and you don't want to pay for an Uber or a taxi, you can ride the Dart Rail from Terminal A at the airport to 2 blocks away from the hotels. So there's a lot of other options as well. So
definitely thought far ahead, Scott. Everything's now convenient and everything for the visitors and the attendees of the show. And then we got Alan that says we need a tour at the East Texas shows next year.
We are already working on next year. I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but we're working on it.
Heck yeah. Do you know any of the names of the certain convention or the certain haunted houses?
Like I said, I don't want to do any spoilers, but the East Texas haunts are somebody that we'll probably look at for sure.
Awesome. Sorry, my audio, I think, is going out. Do I sound okay on your guys' end?
You sound fine to me.
I can hear you fine.
Okay. That just must be me. I hear a little bit of static on my end, and it's only when I talk, so I want to make sure everybody else can hear me clearly. I could care less if I can hear myself clearly. All right, so anyone that's in the comments right now, do you have any other questions that you want to ask us? Scott, so you said that you've worked for other haunted houses, big and small. If you just want to give us the names of the couple of haunted houses that you've worked at?
Sure, I can. Oh gosh, we started with, of course, Corsicana JC's a very, very long time ago. So we built and acted in JC haunted houses. We did home haunts for quite a while when we had children. So, when our kids were little, we couldn't just run off and leave them every weekend. So we did home haunts. We worked at the Arlington Museum for numerous years, which was the original Dungeon of Doom haunted house. It was 3 floors there at the Arlington Arts Museum. That was basically a charity haunt. Well, not really a charity haunt, but that haunt was originally put together because the Arlington Art Museum was not funded. So the haunt that was put together there basically funded the art museum for the entire year. It kept all the bills paid. It paid all the employees for the art museum. And then actors got bonuses and things like that. So we did that for quite some time. And then the couple that owned that were getting ready to retire. They asked my wife and I if we wanted to take it over. And with my job in biomedical engineering, I travel a whole lot. So it wasn't something that we could really do at that time. So the haunt was then donated to the Boy Scouts out at Reindeer Manor, where Alex and Jennifer Lohman took it over. We helped Alex rebuild it. My wife and I helped Alex and Jennifer run that haunt for 7 years out there. And then with my job being what it was, we had to move closer to Dallas and closer to the airport. So then I went to work. Actually, I didn't initially go to work for him, but I was asked if I wanted to participate in the Making Monsters movie. Uh, uh, so I did that. Uh, it was at that time Dark Hour had one room and one room only. It was the big tree, Rue. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Oh
It
yeah,
had the arms and the
still there.
legs and the shoes in it. Yeah. So we did
I know the
that.
history behind it too, and all.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of history behind that tree, isn't there? Um, so I did that, and then I was asked if I wanted to stay on and act. So I did act at Dark Hour. My wife came on to Dark Hour as well. She was the assistant casting director for the first year, and then she was the casting director after that for a while. And I think I worked at Dark Hour for, gosh, 9 years, Rue, something 8, 9 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And I still go play every once in a while when I need my fix, but for the most part, I don't do it as much as I do anymore, but I still like to play when I get the opportunity. I've acted with Rue many a night, so
Hey, yeah, yeah. You were still actor trainer, one of the actor trainers when I started at Dark Hour, and
mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
and we played quite a bit, quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. There's lots of skin and blood on those walls in there. I can guarantee that.
I was
Yeah.
completely unaware of that.
Yeah,
I learned something new every day.
I've
yeah.
done it for a long
Scott's a
time, and
buddy.
I still enjoy doing it. I really do. I love haunting, but I'm getting up there now. I'm 62. I still think I know I can still go in there and do it. Uh, but just it's funny seeing the young people come in there and thinking that haunting's all fun and games until they get in there and do it. It's like, oh my gosh, no, it's work. If you're doing it right, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But no,
Scott's
I
son
love
is
doing
still
it.
in
I love
charge
the
of our
people there.
security
Yeah.
team. So yeah,
Yeah, with us, it was a family affair. My whole family was involved. Both my boys acted uh, uh, for a very, very long time. And now my older son does run security at Dark Hour.
mm-hmm.
Freaking awesome. It's a small world in
Mm-hmm.
Texas, in the big state of Texas.
Yep.
It's like a small world. That's awesome. And no, Scott, I need to see your birth certificate. I do not believe you. Sir, you look very
Uh,
good.
well, thank you. Like I said, I know I can still do it. It's just a matter of having time to do it anymore. So
Timing. I do understand that. Timing is no longer our friends when we become adults. It gets harder and harder,
definitely.
it seems. Bug asked, will you be needing your morning coffee? I think we all need our morning coffee, Bug, especially over the weekend.
Bug, you better get here early because I'm leaving at 6 a.m. to head to the airport. I got to go to Montreal in the morning. So
I heard the door shut. She's going.
I hope not, because I don't want to wake up that early.
oh, you didn't? She didn't tell you, Rue? You're supposed to take me in the morning.
Yeah. Sorry, but I might be a little late.
Oh, now she says at the convention. She asked me if I needed coffee, and now it's at the convention. No, I need it tomorrow, bud.
Needs it now. I definitely need it now. And yes, Jamie, it does seem to get harder and harder. For me, it's time, but it does seem to get harder and harder. Just timing and trying to fit everything in with normal day life and then work and everything else that you have going on, trying to fit haunt stuff in the middle of it. I absolutely feel that. Why did it seem so much easier decades ago versus what it seems like now? And I felt like I was a lot busier, but yet I seem to have less time now.
Yeah, always seems like it.
Mandatory 3-week stretching prep for shows. Yes.
That sounds about right.
And then here's Alan. It's easy. I don't have a normal life. We know, Alan. We know. Over here bragging. We know, Captain. We know.
We seem to reach a point right about the beginning of July where we look at our schedules, and it happens just about every year. I look at the schedule and I'm like, well, every weekend is now booked until Thanksgiving. it's it's fun to keep that busy, but boy, there's a lot going on.
Yes. Yep, that's about me. Hot season is booked, and now Christmas is filling up. So,
Yeah.
and there's little to no breaks at all in November because I got let's see. So Halloween's on Friday. So now the last weekend and first weekend in November falls same as Halloween weekend. So, and then there's like another 2 weeks after that of haunt stuff, and then maybe a 2 week break. But you got the holidays mixed in there, so there is no break. And then it goes right into Christmas.
Yeah.
Because Christmas is now Halloween 2.0. You can't tell me otherwise. Everyone's putting on some kind of horror Christmas event. So,
and we start on the next year's convention in January. So,
yep. I know convention season is happening right now, but the prepping starts right around Christmas time, if not earlier for some of the earlier shows. But yeah, like you said, it starts in January for you. So,
well, actually
crazy.
earlier than that because we plan out the floor and everything else prior to that. But yeah, the heavy work starts in January. Yep.
Yep. And that's just for what, 26? Are you all the way at 27, 28?
That's just for 26. So.
On the way home from every convention, we're planning next year what we're doing at that convention.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We kick around ideas for next year's convention. I think at almost every meeting. Not a lot, but we start kicking around. Yeah.
Yep. We usually almost full blown make our plan for the next year because we have to start on it right that moment. So.
And again, gentlemen, time is not on our sides. It comes Absolutely up very quick.
It's ridiculous to me how fast a year will click away. Especially now that I have kids too. That I have my son is just about to turn 16, and boy, those years just click away real quick now.
He's going to be driving soon.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I just gave him a little bit of driving lessons a couple of weekends ago. So, yeek. You thought haunts were scary.
I know. Rue, looks like you need to talk to Alan about Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And then Connor says, Alan, I know a place. Uh-oh.
I think.
Oh, boy.
Good old Connor Beats commenting on there.
Yep. Yep, Connor's in the house.
Yep. Connor's opening up this year also. His haunt.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm making sure that I am not missing anything. Oh, yeah, I did miss something. Here we go.
Oh, no.
All right, well, let's give a shout out to our sponsor of every episode and every segment, Woods of Terror in Greensboro, North Carolina. Woods of Terror tickets are on sale. VIP passes, season passes, and regular day passes are available now on the woodsofterror.com.
Love those guys.
Yes. And we'll be there next month.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then
that's going to be a very fun very, very fun
Yes.
weekend.
I'm so excited. I am very excited.
Might have
So
some surprise characters showing up at that show also. So
I'm not guest acting. I'm strictly just doing media stuff for that one. I am flying in that day and then flying right out at like 6 a.m. the next morning. So
well,
I'm not.
it's also going to be our training weekend with them,
Yes.
and then they're actually going to be putting on a show for
Yes.
it. So they're going to actually have a full show running, and we figure maybe
Yeah.
some people
Absolutely.
might show up that you know I might carry around in my back pocket.
Yeah, I will not be guest acting for that event because I'll be strictly doing media coverage. So I'll be there with my camera and my microphones, all of that fun stuff. But it's going to be awesome to see you guys in action and obviously participating in the actor training. That's going to be so awesome. I finally get a chance to do that. And then, I mean, there's so much to cover. I'll be covering that within the next couple of weeks here on Into the Fear. So for everyone, stay tuned for that because we will be covering that event within the next couple of weeks, back to back. And then, hello, Brandon. Brandon Marshall is in the house.
Who's that guy?
Never heard of him.
But yeah, very
No,
excited for that event.
Brandon is one of my Texas Honors cronies, I guess you'd say. He's one of the owners with us. So
Yep. How many is there of you guys? Because there's a lot. It's hard for me to keep up. I know I got
there are
you,
5 of
Matt,
us.
like 5 of you guys all together.
Yeah, there's me, Matt, Brandon, Michael, and Tiffany.
Yep. What's like a meeting with the 5 of you together? I bet it's epic.
We can. They're really not too bad. Our meetings are long-winded sometimes. We'll start at. Of course, we always start with a lunch, a late lunch, or whatever, and then we'll meet after that. And we go from maybe 2:45 to 5, 4:30, 5:30, sometimes 6. Uh, for the most part, we get along. We Every once in a while we'll have a little bit of disagreement, but for the most part, I think we get along pretty well.
I know I was thinking you guys are throwing down parties that
No,
there's some things I'm not going to say
unfortunately, no.
I was about to say, you guys do your meetings at some adults only places. You guys have like a crazy house party while you have meetings. There's some poker games involved.
No, those are the after meeting activities.
After
So,
meetings.
yeah.
I've had conventions owners tell me like some of their stories and some of their meetings, and I'm like, what kind of meeting is that? And why was I not invited?
Right. I can honestly say our meetings are pretty professional. I mean, we go in and we take care of business. Because, like I say, our goal is to put on a good show, and I think we concentrate really hard on that, and we pretty much take care of business during the meeting times. And every once in a while, we'll get out and let loose a little bit. But I think getting out and letting loose for us is going to a haunted house or something like that. When they're open. So.
Yep.
Yeah, Brandon said he's got too old for those things. He has to go to bed early. But I'm older than you, Brandon. Come on, man.
No. It's always like one of the youngest friends in a group that has like a bedtime, and you look at them and you're like, really?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's always one of the. It's either the youngest or the middle child is always the one
Yeah,
that's got to go to bed early.
yeah. I've got a couple of those at 10 o'clock's bedtime. Oh, really? Come on, 10 o'clock?
Mine is when the sun comes up. Oh, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
But I'm a night owl. I'm naturally a night person, and I work night shifts at my regular job, so natural for me. That's why, yes, I need coffee, and yes, Billig, I'm going to need coffee all weekend. So please and thank you. Uh-oh, Scurry Face is in the house. I think Scary Face needs to make an appearance down to Texas Honors one time.
Yeah, I'd like to mention also that we're having the Friday night uh, event that's going to be the behind the scenes and haunt tour, but we're going to be open to the public on Saturday night at dark hour also. So that's going to be, we're going to have a full show ready to go for the Dead by Dark Hour event with our 80s slasher theme going on Saturday, and also open to the public.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, you guys did that last year, but it was Fang Frenzy, correct?
Yes, I believe it was Fang Frenzy last year. We wanted to show everyone something a little bit different this year, showing the interactive Dead by Dark Hour show and how that works.
So how does it actually work? I know how it works, but for our viewers, they might not know.
We turn the haunt into a game in itself. That you as a patron coming through, you're actively being hunted by the characters coming through that are trying to kill you by placing a sticker on you that says that you've been axed, you've been killed, you've been slain, whatever character specific sticker that they have goes on you, and that's how they get to kill you. But you have chances to hide from them. You can dodge a little bit. You can avoid the killers. Sometimes there's a chance to duck away for a second to let the killer walk by you, and while he's hunting for you. It really is a new take and a different take on the way a haunted house can work. There's some great chances for a whole lot of anticipation when you never know that when that strike is coming. And I've never seen more people come out the backside of a haunted house out of the exit just laughing their absolute butts off as to how much fun they had, and who threw whose girlfriend in front of the killer or boyfriend, so on and so forth, and whose mom grabbed them by the arm and dragged them out of the room trying to rescue them. And the stories coming out of the haunt afterwards is just a blast, and it's totally a very fun new way of doing haunted houses that I'm absolutely in love with.
You guys have been doing these for a few years now, correct?
Yeah, we've been doing for a couple of years now. A few other places are starting to pick up on them too, and do similar versions, which we absolutely love because it's just giving people a new chance to really get into the show a little bit more is absolutely awesome. And this Dead by Dark Hour show, our traditional slashers version, I love it because it hits on both. So me as a slightly older person into in this industry, I love it that it hits on the '80s slasher stuff so hard, and it really reminds me of my childhood. As I'm going through, and yet it gives a chance for some of the younger people to really get into it because it's hitting on a very hot new video game that's going on right now that people are very into also. So it's hitting on a lot of different notes and really giving people a chance to be in their game or be in their movie and actually, be a part of what's going on. And it's absolutely a blast. I absolutely love it so much.
So you have Dead by Dark Hour, and then you have Fang Frenzy. Is there any other ones that you're wanting to come up with in the future?
Oh, we do a few different ones. We've done Leprechaun Lights Out for a St. Patrick's Day show that we had banshees chasing you, and a fun effect where it was a day-night switch. But Alan's a really creative person, and he tends to come up with new ideas all the time that we get to, I'm very lucky in that I get to be a sounding board for a lot of these ideas and bouncing back and forth with him, and actually, possibly have, certain things that I get to spit out at, my ideas being shown for, what's going on, and what things he might want to come up with next. But we're always changing, always coming up with new ideas. And Alan is absolutely the creative force behind 90% of it.
Alan's a legend in this industry.
I'm very
Long-time
lucky.
legend. And then you guys obviously do Christmas every year.
Yep. Our Christmas shows are always a lot of fun. We've got our sleigh bells and all the different things that we get to do with Christmas shows, and being Krampus. We've been doing Krampus for years and years and years, and Alan's been doing Krampus since way before Krampus was ever a household name to people. So it's also another great chance that I get to be one of my favorite characters, and my Krampus characters is a lot of fun to get into costume and be. You've seen that one also, Sammy.
Yes.
Another one of my characters you've gotten to see before.
I know. I love your Krampus. Very detailed. Love it.
Big red.
Yeah, big red. Alan says that you named Dead by Dark Hour.
I did, actually. I came up with the name for Dead by Dark Hour. So
I like it because it fits.
It's very, very personal to my heart that I got to have that little bit of tweak in there.
All right, well, we're hitting on the hour and 30-minute mark, so we're going to end this live stream. For all you guys, Texas Haunters is now this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Irving, Texas at the Irving Convention Center. Tickets are on sale now. There are 12 VIP passes available and one more ticket left for the Dark Hour Tour on Friday night. So get your tickets now at TexasHaunters.com. We'll be leaving the link in below. So, Rue, Scott, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys this weekend. Everyone, we are on the road to Texas Haunters Convention. Thank you for joining us on episode 23 of Into the Fear. We'll see you guys. Stay scary.
Thank you much. It's great to be here.
Thank you.